Welcome back to the second episode of Chicks in Twilight. We have reached new moon. We have all watched the second installment of the Twilight series, and way better than the first Twilight.
I love New Moon. This reaffirmed that I do love New Moon. We talked about it. We said at the end, we were like, I kind of feel like New Moon was the one, and it is.
New Moon is a real film.
It's a great movie.
I think it's like, oh, this is a real movie.
Yeah. Just has more of a more compelling plot,
Yes. Like there's a beginning, middle, and end.
There's more of a mix of characters.
Right.
Multiple things
more
happening.
Jacob.
Yeah.
So we're going to do what we are going to do every episode. We're going to go around, read our notes, and then have a discussion from our notes.
Yeah.
So I'll get started.
Let's do it.
I texted you guys and I was like, for some reason I don't know if my notes, we'll just read them. Like I just felt like I had a lot more to say this time around, but I like this movie better.
Okay.
My first note is, I'm so happy digital cameras are coming back. Bella should have been more excited about that gift. I felt like when her dad gives her the digital camera, she's kind of just like, thanks. Like, same old Bella, doesn't really care.
Yeah. She is quite rude to her dad.
Mm-hmm. And he's trying.
He's so nice.
He's really
trying. Poor Charlie.
Right? Did people actually make out like that outside of public school? That would not fly at my school. So they're always like touching up on each other. And I've actually thought about this with other shows too, where couples are just like making out outside of the school. Is that allowed?
Yeah.
At schools?
Yeah, I mean, my friends that have went to public school were like, yeah, that happens all the time.
And
I never saw it.
The teachers don't stop that? Nobody gets in trouble?
Not like in the hallways, but
no,
like
outside on the premise.
I don't know.
On the premises.
I don't really. Can you get in trouble? Like,
I mean, in my school, definitely.
Yeah.
No, gosh, so strict where I went. I wore my hair like Jacob's yesterday. Half up, half down.
Yeah, that is true.
I hate when people hate their birthdays. I find that to be so annoying.
Yeah.
You don't have to obnoxiously love your birthday.
Yeah.
But when people are like, oh, I hate my birthday.
Just like respect the birthday.
It's your birthday. Accept people wishing you happy birthday. Accept people giving you gifts.
Yeah.
When people are like, no, I hate my birthday. And then it's like, do you really? Because then they do things where you're like, oh, I'm not sure you hate your birthday.
Yeah.
I wrote this down, but then they did get in trouble. How are these two getting away with openly talking and flirting during class while the movie is playing? Quiet down. But then he did get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then, but Edward knows
talking about Romeo and Juliet. Yeah.
But Edward knows it by heart now. So he told that teacher off.
I think he's sat in one too many English classes.
Yes. Now, this is where things get a bit weird for me.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm kind of into the Volturi. And then I wrote, oh my God, I'm remembering now that I had a crush on the blonde member.
Yeah.
I was...
Forget what exactly his name is, but that's the Jamie Campbell Bell.
I'm not sure. He barely speaks.
That's his name, I think.
But I do remember watching when I was younger, like having a crush on him, and he doesn't speak. Maybe he's just the bad boy factor.
No, he's just, yeah.
In the background.
Yep.
Evil.
Oh, no, not Bauer. Jamie Campbell Bower. That's him.
I've never seen him in anything else.
I think, is that him or am I making that? Oh, no, yeah, that is him. Because he's also in Stranger Things. And Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was like, oh my God, this is bringing back all my feelings of like kind of having a crush on these people, but they're also
Which is interesting because you really don't like blondes.
No,
yeah.
I don't. And that stemmed from One Tree Hill, which I watched after this. So I think that is why I was okay with it.
Yeah.
And then once, Derek, One Tree Hill.
Brother Derek really did it for you?
Yes.
Just no more blondes?
No, I seriously not into that.
Okay.
What a bad birthday to get a paper cut at.
Tough.
Seriously, unfortunate.
I wrote down like, stop being so clumsy. You can't afford to be so clumsy around these vampires.
No, they have to have your head on a swivel. And also, she got flung into that fucking wall. There was no way that she was okay after that. No. She got flung.
No, that's a hospital visit.
Yeah, that was not just a casual.
No, you have like multiple broken bones.
Yeah, she didn't even break anything.
Yeah.
vampires could travel the entire world with their lightning speed and genetic gifts.
Yeah.
Why are they just staying in one spot? Like that hit me where I was like, they could travel the world. And then
I think they have though, you know? Like I think that they have done it.
Everywhere?
Maybe not everywhere, but I think they're, you know, at a certain point you're just looking to settle down. You just want some stability.
I guess.
Even as the vampires want stability too.
They just want to feel normal.
Yeah.
The local line still hits.
It hits. And let me tell you something. He really does it differently in the movie than how it's
Portrayed.
been used on social media.
Yeah.
Like
he spins her around.
It's spaced out more.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like, I feel like on social media everyone's like, where the hell you been, Loca? And it's like more like Bella, where the hell you been, Loca?
No,
yeah,
he says it faster than that.
It's fast. It is faster, but it's not as fast.
And he also
as
like
everyone
spins
says.
her around.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
still
yeah.
hits though.
It does. It does.
When my hair was black, it looked identical to Jacob. I have a picture to prove that. Once this comes out,
I'm sure
we'll do a side by side.
Okay,
looks identical. Jacob becomes so less lame when he cuts his hair.
Agreed.
Yeah, the whole werewolf thing makes him way cooler.
As soon as he cuts his hair off, it's like, whoa,
my
in
notes,
the rain.
my notes started to get a little horny at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It took me back to, honestly, it brought me back to, I was like, this is why I was Team Jacob.
Me too. I then wrote, I'm starting to remember why I like this movie the most.
Exactly. Exactly.
All the werewolves are just sitting around eating breakfast shirtless.
Oh my God. Even like when he's walking in the jeans and the gray t-shirt, I'm like, that was my cardboard cutout. Yeah. Like it was it was the gray t-shirt and jeans.
I wrote, I would literally never jump off a cliff. Feels like an extremely unnecessary risk.
Yeah,
I would never. You know when people do cliff jumping?
Yeah.
Not me. You'll never catch me jumping off a cliff.
What height would be too high for you?
All of them. I think it's incredibly risky to be jumping off a cliff. You can, even at the smallest cliff, can just fall back and hit your head when you're jumping. Anything could happen.
The bridge.
I've jumped off a big rock.
I've jumped off a bridge. I've done bridge jumping, and let me tell you, thinking back, I have shivers down my spine.
The Martha's Vineyard. I've jumped at the Jaws Bridge, Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, shivers down my spine. We'll never do that now. Too risky.
That cliff that they jumped off looks like it was
Yeah,
like
no,
100
that's a-
feet.
Well, she was on it. She had an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. I mean, she had a death wish.
Yeah. I'm glad nobody, as viewers, picked up on calling Jacob Jake.
Yeah.
Like, no Team Jake.
I
It's
have
just
some
Jacob.
very similar notes as well. I really forgot that she started calling him Jake.
It's like, who's Jake?
I know.
Stop trying to be different, Bella.
I know.
I don't know why, but it's insane to think about a Twilight movie being filmed in Italy.
Did they actually
Yeah,
film
they
it
did.
in Italy?
They
Oh, they
did.
really did?
Yeah, they filmed part of it in Italy.
Oh, I didn't know. You looked it up?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe it was just like a movie set
No.
somewhere else. They actually filmed it in
They
Italy?
actually filmed part of it in Italy.
Nice.
For some reason, I just couldn't wrap my head around that.
Yeah. And it's such like a short, it's not like a very prominent scene, you know?
What do you mean?
No, it is a prominent scene, but like it's
very
like,
prominent.
but it's not, it's like a quarter of the movie, you know?
It is like only the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought Dakota Fanning being in the Twilight movies was the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever. Like when Dakota Fanning was in the Twilight movies, I was like, this is fucking sick.
It legitimized the Twilight movies.
Yeah, because
like,
she's a movie star.
yeah, exactly.
And-
Because it was like Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, we didn't really know them.
Right.
This was our introduction. I mean, Kristen Stewart had been acting for a while, but like for our age, Dakota Fanning was
Wow, I did
a
not
star.
notice that was her.
She's
I was
Jane.
like, she looks familiar.
Dakota Fanning. And now this sparked my obsession with Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart as friends, because then they did the Runaways together, which was a movie about Joan Jett and Sherry Curry. And that's her name, right? I feel like I just messed that up.
I have no idea. I could not tell you, so I just nodded my head like I knew.
Yes. And they, made the band The Runaways together. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. They're so cool. And then I ran into both them in the elevator, Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart.
You have told me that story
Which
before.
was so cool when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about me. Back to the movie.
Yeah.
Bella played Jacob so hard.
So hard.
Like when she was like, no, and this was, I'm talking about later, like when more the ending, but
talk about fan frustration.
when they are in the rain and he's like, I have to go, I'm bad. And she's like, don't break up with me. I mean, you're my best friend. It's like,
I know.
Bitch, what do you mean break up with me? You told him when he asked to hold your hand, you were like, you can, but I don't think it means what it means to you that it does to me. Like, you're really leading him on. And then when she was like, don't make me choose because it was always him.
I know.
Bella, when Edward left you, you wanted Jacob. You were pawing at him, literally. Last note. The whole werewolves versus vampires thing is actually so cool, but also hilarious. Like, at the end, when Jacob turns into a werewolf, when he's against Bella and Jacob, I mean Bella and Edward,
the visuals
so funny. Like, I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Those
you know, I just wish, I'm thinking back to like, imagine Belisar calling Edward like Eddie.
Yeah. Eddie. Wait, Ed.
My guy Eddie. Like, it's like, wait, what? No, he doesn't need a cutesy nickname.
No, Ed.
Yeah. Edward versus like Ed is just such a like an incredibly distinct difference in people.
Team Ed and Team Jake.
Team Ed.
No, Eddie.
I know. It's like, it's just, clearly they were like, we cannot shorten this name at all.
Ed
does not translate. He must be Edward. Seriously, imagine if we gave him a nickname.
Imagine he was Ed.
Yeah. This would have been ridiculous. Oh man,
that's funny.
Okay, I can get into mine. All right.
He doesn't love you. Ed doesn't love you, Bella.
Ed doesn't love you. Pick Jake.
It's either me or Ed.
Jake or Ed. Ed or Jake.
Don't make me choose. It's always Ed.
It's always been Ed. Bella, big time afraid to get old. Terrified. She the aging thing is really
that the whole birthday thing? She's in high school.
Yeah, like the beginning when she's like, I'm gonna be old and you're gonna stay
literally
young.
17.
Like, yeah. I feel like I honestly like these. This is some horny moments in these notes.
Okay.
Edward already hotter than the first movie.
Yes, absolutely.
And like immediately, I forget. Like he looks better.
And when he's stripped of his clothes at the end.
Yeah, he's got that
sick
skinny
hot
thing going though. Like that's not normally my type.
Yeah, no, it's like a sickly hot.
Yeah.
Like almost on the verge of death.
Yeah. Jacob's got to cut his hair, which I know is coming, but that was my first immediate thought again. The intro of the Volturi, nothing creepier. They don't do anything. It's just the main guy who talks and the other two just sit there. Mm-hmm. The one with the long brown hair that's just like, don't do that. Like he just speaks like slow and creepy.
They should have given him red hair because you had 2 brown hair, 1 blonde.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Yep. Bella wants to be a vampire quick. Like there's just the second movie starts and she's just like, turn me. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, wait, what? Come on, Eddie, bite me. Every time I see the Cohen's mom, I just think of Jane Doe from Grey's Anatomy. Do you remember that episode?
No.
Where Karev finds the woman. She doesn't have a name. Mm-hmm. She forgets. She like falls in love with him. That's the same actress. And every time I see her, I immediately go to Grey's Anatomy. Bella always so clumsy.
Figure it out, Bells.
Yeah. And then I wrote Bella just wants some action on her birthday.
That's it.
That's really tough because I would have liked really some more discussion of how Bella feels like every time she wants to like make out with her boyfriend and she knows that her boyfriend is like dying on the inside.
Yeah, I wonder if
she's like, this is fun for me, but you are in pain.
I have so many logistical questions that nobody will know the answer to, so it's not worth diving into.
Yeah. I remember bawling my eyes out in the movie theater when Edward leaves.
Like it pained you.
Like I was sobbing.
You thought he wasn't coming back.
Yeah, it was like, because you read the books, you know that it was coming, and it was just like, but it was just in the moment, seeing it happen on the big screen really got to me. Okay, this may be where Case started to struggle a little bit more. Some of the acting in this one from her, like Robert Pattinson started to get better, and she kind of like stayed the same.
Or got worse. Yeah. I had the same thought. I was like, ooh, she's struggling to get these words out.
Yeah. Then I just wrote wolves, time to shine.
Fran, you want to hear my rookie mistake of the week?
Let's hear it.
My rookie mistake of the week is that actually my rookie mistake of life is not planning out my outfits in far enough advance to feel, happy with the outfit choices I choose before a live show. It happens every single live show, and it's a rookie mistake, and I should know better. And once again, I have done it again, okay? Rookie mistakes are those funny missteps when you're temporarily out of sync, and that happens to me before every single live show. We've all been there. Those momentary lapses in judgment that you hope no one can see or no one catches. Sometimes you buy the wrong tickets for the wrong event. Been there. One time I was visiting Fran and Martha's Vineyard, and I bought tickets for a plane ride that was happening the week after my scheduled flight. Rookie mistake. Or that heart racing moment where sometimes maybe you send the text to the wrong person. Maybe you send the email to the entire company. That's a rookie mistake. Snickers is here to the rescue, satisfying all of life's fumbles with its epic blend of chocolate, caramel, peanuts, and nougat. Because let's face it, life loves throwing interceptions, and when you're not yourself, you're off your game. Huddle up for a coachable moment with Snickers, the official chocolate bar of the NFL and the ultimate wingman, making life's hiccups a little less embarrassing. From showing up to your home stadium for an away game or, like I said, accidentally emailing your whole company. That's a rookie mistake. Keep your hunger at bay and your rookie mistakes in check with Snickers. Learn more at snickers.com/NFL.
The screeching nightmares, terrifying. I forgot how jarring the screaming is when she does that.
Night terrors.
That screech that she does. I forgot about that. It's terrifying. Joe came home, I was watching the movie, and he was like, oh, God, what is that?
Yeah, it is. It's frightening.
It's a lot.
I had night terrors as a kid when I had a disease.
Really?
Yeah.
But did you scream like that?
Yeah, and apparently my siblings were very afraid of me.
Oh, they probably thought
that's
you were,
probably why they didn't acknowledge
like The Exorcist.
they didn't acknowledge my existence until I was in like 7th grade.
Yeah. I thought there was a demon inside of you.
My parents say that like my siblings were so afraid of me.
Then I just wrote down in all caps, Bella, where the hell you been, loca? And then I wrote, love when Jacob becomes Jake. Like, it just happens.
Jake.
She just all of a sudden starts calling him Jake like it's no big deal. Like she's been calling him Jake for years.
Right, like they've been lifelong besties.
Lifelong besties, always been called Jake.
This is what I'm saying. She plays him.
I said, I forgot Jacob doesn't really know about the whole werewolf thing. Like he's like kind of in the dark about it until he actually starts to become a werewolf, and then like he's like, oh, I'm a werewolf. But with Sam and like all the other guys, he's like, oh, I don't know, they've been acting weird now. Like it's like, oh,
they grew up.
He didn't really know about
literally. I don't know what's happening to me.
He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Hitting puberty for them is becoming a werewolf.
Yeah. First shirtless reveal, ... all caps, Team Jacob. That's the seal the deal for me.
Close your ears, Taylor Lautner. We know you're listening.
A spry high school friend watched that scene over and over. Jessica is so salty when Mike tries to take Bella on a date.
Oh, yeah. And Bella, here's the thing. This is what I mean. Bella not into Mike.
Yeah. No.
Definitely not into Mike.
No, poor Mike. Just a normal guy. He's like the Matt Donovan of the group, you know? Vampire Diaries, when it's just like, oh, good old reliable Matt.
Yeah, he's just there. He's literally
there
vanilla
blonde.
ice cream
Just
wallpaper.
Also blonde.
Yeah.
Boys doing the open palm hand on the seat always cracks me up in the movies, you know, when they're like just like
it's hanging
just, like,
loose.
Hanging, like it's there. You can grab it if you want.
Come on, sugar.
What side are you gonna pick? Mono is a hilarious cover up for becoming a werewolf. Just like, oh, he is Mono. Like, just pick a typical like high school.
And honestly, mono lasts for a long time.
It does.
Did you ever have mono?
Yeah, I did.
Sucks. It's so I slept until like 2:30 every day.
I had mono like my junior prom. It was brutal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was on like the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't contagious anymore, but I was still quite tired. Short hair reveal. I also remember the whole theater screamed at the rain scene. Like literally, girls audibly were like, it was like a gut reaction.
Yeah, like a modern day Elvis. When
Literally,
Elvis would perform
I know. I
and make out.
truly remember like him storming in the rain, and like the movie theater being like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
I actually went to a lot of the midnight premieres for these movies and like kept my little ticket and all those things. I definitely don't have them anymore. 5 dudes shirtless in jorts in the pouring rain should have been weirder for Bella. There was no comment on that.
there was nothing about
Pouring rain. They're shirtless. They're in jorts.
and they're like waving.
They're like, "Hey, come on!" And it's like, put a shirt on. No, like there's no comment. Like it's pouring rain. Like, do you guys want to check?
She didn't say to him like, "Why are they all with their shirts?"
Yeah.
Like,
Jacob's by far the cutest wolf. Like when they're all in their wolf form, he's a cute wolf. I like his little auburn brown color.
he has those sensitive eyes as a wolf.
Yeah. I was for a second I read this, I was like, what the fuck does this mean? Edward's visions really fuck her up, but I guess I think that was like the cliff. What I meant was her seeing Edward really fucks her up. Just a midway thought of Jacob is so much better. Jacob is so much better.
New Moon is what solidified that. It was like, you are fully Team Jacob at this point. Edward left her.
I know. I think when Jacob has a line where he says things are going to get very ugly, and I just wrote that down because it made me laugh. Like it was like so stern, but it was just the delivery on that one. Jacob lying on the phone, so sassy. I forgot he did that. That was a big move of being like, he's planning a funeral. Damn. Cold. With her standing right there. I liked that he tried, he's finally like sticking up for himself a little bit, but still doesn't work.
He's bad.
Bella really got to work on her self-confidence. It's tough. I feel bad for her.
She does lack self-confidence.
It is when she's like, Edward, like you're so much better than me. Like, it's like, what? He's a fucking vampire.
He's a freak.
Come on. Give yourself a little more credit. Dakota Fanning is such a hilarious addition to this franchise. I love it.
But
it's
amazing.
Great. Amazing. It was iconic.
So exciting.
Bella really should have faked that she was in pain when they were testing out all the Volturi powers on her. Just, fake it. And then they wouldn't be so fascinated by you. Was not thinking on her feet there.
No.
The Volturi are really easy to make fun of.
They are. I bet if they all just stood up and started making fun of them, they'd crack.
Yeah. I forgot the whole family votes on whether or not she should become a vampire. Vote to become a vampire. That's what I wrote down. Vote to become a vampire. Dead or undead. Don't make me choose because it'll always be him. Poor Jacob.
That hit hard.
Yeah.
Like I was like, damn, Bella, that's cold.
So cold.
It didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
And I said rewatching, you become Team Edward. Like, no, I'm actually back on Team Jacob in this movie.
Yep, I know.
And I don't know if it's the haircut or what.
We're reliving our teenage selves where we went through this process.
Yeah.
Like New Moon happened and we were like, it's so obviously Jacob.
Right. Like Jacob will treat her better.
Yeah. Marry Me Bella, iconic cliffhanger. I also remember the movie theater going, screen goes,
as if the books did not exist.
Right, exactly. It's like we all didn't know that's how it ends. But screen cuts to black. The drama. Nothing was worse though than knowing, and obviously people got like, you have to deal with it with any cliffhanger, but especially with movies, like when a movie in a series really ends on a cliffhanger and you're like, damn, I gotta wait a while for the next one to come out.
And we didn't even talk about the fact that they changed Victoria as an actress.
Yeah. Oh, they do, right? Because it's Bryce, right? Isn't it Bryce Dallas Howard at some point in the first one?
I don't think so.
Or maybe later, but it's the same girl. And oh wait, who's Victoria?
Sorry, maybe
Rose?
No.
I don't even know who we're talking about.
Victoria's the evil one that tries to kill Bella.
The red hair.
The redhead.
Victoria was Rose.
No, that's the sister, or the fake sister of Edward.
It is.
Victoria is the evil.
Oh wait. It's James.
Okay,
and-
no. Victoria's replaced in Eclipse. That's when she becomes. She was
that's
played
when
by
she
Bryce
becomes
Dallas
Bryce
Howard.
Dallas Howard.
Yes, but in Twilight
Okay.
and New Moon, it's
I was gonna say it's a different girl.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's definitely still the same one in New Moon.
right. But then it changes.
Yes, it does.
And yes, her name is Victoria.
Why am I like they call Rose? What's Rose's full name? Rosalind.
Rosie?
They call her Rose. That's the one that's Nikki
Rosalie.
Reed, right? Rosalie.
Her name's Rosalie.
Rosalie, shortened to Rose.
Yep.
She gets a nickname.
I don't know if they call her Rose. I feel like they call her Rosalie.
I feel like from time to time they throw out a Rose.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I feel fairly
Anyways,
confident on that.
I just remembered that they changed Victoria at some point.
Yeah, no, that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had.
All right, no,
Those are my notes.
My Twilight 2 notes. I thought the opening scene of Romeo and Juliet book right next to her, I thought that was very corny. But I didn't know that's what they were reading in class. I was just like, damn, like, that's very on the nose.
It is on the nose.
Jacob's always a breath of fresh air when he comes on the screen. I'm just like,
Sure is. That's why New Moon's such a better movie.
Yeah.
I'm just like, he brings some color to the screen.
I hope he got a pay raise for this
Taylor
one.
Lautner.
Yeah, for Taylor Lautner.
For just screen time alone.
Yeah.
He's just in it so much more. Fully becomes, I mean, that's when he fully becomes a main character.
They probably like signed a contract for all the movies before. I was like, can vampires kill other vampires? I was confused.
Now you know. Yes, they
Now
can.
I know they can.
The Volturi make it look real easy. They just fucking
It's
rip
just
the
a
head
snap-
off.
a
Rip
snap
your
of
head
the
off.
head.
Pull
Yeah.
your arms off. Rip your head off. That's it.
Yeah. Bella, I thought, was making a lot of good points for why he should turn her into a vampire. I was like, yeah, like she's young now, but she's gonna grow up, and then like, how long is it gonna be until like it's just very weird that they're together?
Yeah, it's just, underlying thing that I think Edward just kind of hates that he's a vampire,
Like
and
he doesn't want
to
to
do that to her.
doesn't want
I
to put
get-
somebody else through it.
Yeah.
I get that, but it's like, at some point they're not gonna be able to be together because of the whole age thing. And I was thinking too, like, is the age gap like?
I mean,
He
yeah,
is-
that's why he left.
But he is like an old man dating a 17-year-old, if you really think about it, which is kind of weird. But
But he's technically not an old man.
Yeah.
only thing that he's not an old man is looks wise. He's lived a life.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of fucked up that Edward just left her in the woods alone. Like, that was crazy.
Jacob wouldn't.
Jacob would
No,
never.
he would never. Jacob would never.
And she just was like in the woods alone. With
He
everything.
he had to make a dramatic exit.
I know, that's so then I was like, okay, he's a ghost now? Like, how does this work? Like, is he in her head? Like, is this just her imagination, or is he actually just like popping? How does she see him but no one else sees him?
That part is a little confusing.
I do think that is just her own brain.
I think he's
Like, I
actually
think
saying
she is
it.
actually manifesting, but he doesn't have that
Ability.
ability.
That's
like,
what I was saying, but it seems
And
like,
neither does she. Like, she doesn't have the ability to see
Yeah.
visions.
but she was going out of her
Also,
way.
Bella's mind's the one mind that Edward can't read. So, like, how can he
Yeah.
infiltrate her thoughts?
But it seemed like she realized that if she did something dangerous, he would appear, and that's
Yeah.
why she was going out of her way to do something.
I think that was like a manifestation of her own brain.
Yeah. That's why I was like, and then that whole thing where she just like rode the motorcycle with that random old
Yeah.
guy. Like, I was like, Anna Kendrick, what the fuck? Like,
Stop
you're not
her.
going to stop your
Yeah.
friend?
Yeah,
Like,
Jessica's not a great friend.
and then Anna
I
Kendrick,
mean, neither is Bella, but
I wrote the quote down. She goes, homeboy could have been a psycho. Like,
yeah, it's a
just
great line.
A great line. And then I had to replay. I rewinded when he did the "Where the hell have you been, Loca?" Because I was like, "Oh shit, there it is."
missed
That's the line.
That's the line. He did it.
Yeah.
He did the thing.
It kind of is like the way people hype it up. I was kind of like, "Oh, that's it." Like the way he said, I expected it to be more like,
It's not a big dramatic moment.
I
Yeah.
also just think that
It's
people
just
are
very
like,
subtle.
why is he saying Loca? Like, why is he calling her that?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
I
I
would have
think
missed it if I had just watched
it
it.
goes
the first
back to when we talked to Taylor Lautner, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not really sure like why that was the line that really got people."
And he was like,
you know?
there's other lines.
Yeah. He's
I like
of
the
all
whole,
of all the ones.
He's planning a funeral.
Yeah.
I like the whole montage of Jacob and Bella kind of like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that I just think objectively they just have way better banter. Like it's just like there's more
Way
joking
better.
around.
They
like,
do have better chemistry.
Totally.
They do. Like he brings out a better side of her.
Yeah.
Like
A lighter
like
side.
a lighter. Like she's like making jokes. Like they're kind of being sarcastic.
I don't know, which is because it's just. I mean, at the end of the day, that's like the friendship. They have the friendship, and the Edward connection is,
I think
fire and sexual chemistry.
I think it's about the tension.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
they want it but can't have it.
Yep.
I was very confused about the nightmares and the night terror. Like the screaming. Like it seemed like she was possessed, but like
Truly,
was
this
just
is
like
a-
she broke up with
it's-
her high school boyfriend, and now
Yeah.
she's like, that's really
Yeah.
what it was. Because even I love that the dad was like, "You're kind of scaring me."
Let's
Like,
just
leave."
say breakups in high school feel like the world is ending.
No, I know, but
Yeah, she just hits a decibel on that scream. That is really.
Yeah.
And honestly, that scream, you hear it many times throughout the rest of the movies. Like it's just like that. It's a screech that is just like, ugh, God.
yeah.
Just the thought of it is giving me goosebumps.
I did
It
laugh when the dad
sucks.
was like basically just trying to send her away. Like you're scaring me.
You're like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go stay with your mom because I don't know how to deal with this boy drama.
A new Straight Talk Wireless offering is now available where you can get a Walmart Plus membership included on select Straight Talk Wireless plans for free. Only Straight Talk Wireless gives you unlimited data, talk, and text, plus a Walmart Plus membership included on select plans for free. Some of the perks of Walmart Plus through select Straight Talk Wireless plans are free delivery from Walmart stores, free shipping, no order minimum, Paramount Plus membership, member prices on fuel, gas savings. Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com. Like I said, it is now offering a Walmart Plus membership included on select Straight Talk Wireless plans for free. Only Straight Talk Wireless gives you unlimited data, talk, and text, plus a Walmart Plus membership included on select plans for free. There's some great perks. You can check them out at Walmart and Walmart.com. Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
I thought it was so. I laughed out loud when she was like, "You cut your hair off and got a tattoo." Like,
Yeah.
how much time passed that you did this? Like,
He had mono. It could have been months.
but yeah, he did look great. I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
looks very
damn.
good. Yep.
Like I was already Team Jacob with the long hair, but
Yeah.
fully.
I'm
in
telling
now.
you, that rain scene with the
Also, like, how old is he supposed to be in the movie?
16.
I mean, he's like shredded.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
he
he's
looks-
werewolf.
I think she even said that at one point in the movie. Like, how are you like so jacked? Like, you're like 16.
I mean, he wasn't like that much older. Like he was definitely in his early 20s.
like he was actually
maybe.
6. Oh, well,
I'm
that's
saying like in real life filming.
I don't
I'm not
remember.
sure. What year did New Moon come out?
Are him and Robert Pattinson like the same age or no?
No, he's older, I think, Robert Pattinson. New Moon came out
2009.
2009.
It was a year after the first one, which I
And
thought.
Taylor Lautner was
everyone looked
born in 1992.
Oh, so he's 30.
So he's
2 now.
He's 30.
31 or 32.
He's
So if they
31.
probably filmed this like a year before it came out.
But so, 2008, like he was 16.
That's crazy. Good for you, Taylor.
You know what I'm saying? Like the movie came out in 2009
He looks like a
and
man.
he 1992, right? Am I doing my math right? Yeah,
Why are you
1992.
asking
ask
me
Rhea.
on how
No,
to do the
nine-
math for that?
1992 to 2008?
Comes
Yeah,
out to-
because it's
comes out to
like
2023.
16.
2008 minus 1992 is 16.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So he really is 16.
Damn.
Like you're saying,
No
like,
one-
damn,
no-
this
no
16.
one in my
how
high
how
school
are
was walking
16-year-olds
around like
that shredded? Taylor Lautner was, and he was really that age.
Yeah.
Damn, New Moon has a
He's athletic.
29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, so we were just saying how good he looks, and now it feels wildly inappropriate.
Yeah, but it,
Like right now.
right now for sure. But when it came out, I was 14. Like I was like,
Right.
holy shit, this is the guy.
Yeah, to clarify.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Okay.
Don't cancel us.
No, I don't think that's a cancelable.
I thought Bella needed to be more shocked and terrified at the whole like them turning to werewolves thing. Like when it happened, she kind of just like fell back, and I'm like, that's wild. She kind of just seemed like, oh yeah, like where did they go? Like
Yeah, she makes some poor decisions in this movie.
I thought it was funny when Jacob was like, "Well, I'm not the right type of monster for you."
He's got some great lines in this movie.
Bella leaving Jacob, I thought it wasn't surprising, but just terrible on her part.
Yep.
Like, come on.
Poor decision.
Yeah. I actually like Michael Sheen's character a lot. I think he's a good villain.
He is a very good villain,
and
and he continues to.
I was
be a good
surprised
villain.
that he was in this. Like, he's like a very well respected actor. Like that he's just like randomly like in the. But he's a good. I like that there's like a head villain now that I can point to.
Yes.
Then I thought that I felt like the marriage thing just like went without saying. I know that was probably like a big thing, but like I was like, yeah, if you turn into a vampire, I would hope that you guys are together
Yeah, but his
forever.
thing is that he wants to marry her before she becomes a vampire.
Does that change anything, or like?
For him, it does. That's his whole speech at the end. You know, there's one thing that we got to do.
I thought it was very sad when Jacob was a wolf and it looked like he was like crying as a wolf. And,
He
and
was a
kinda
sad wolf.
And she's like, Jacob. Like, and he just runs away into the woods.
Like
Like,
whimpers into the woods.
It was like, it's like sad but hilarious.
Like it was a sad cry. Also, I will say Bella's complete, and this goes back to what we said at the beginning, her complete just disregard. It is very high school. Complete disregard for her parents. Like as soon as she's coming back from Rome, where it's like wherever the hell they are, she's
Wherever the hell you are, Loca.
yeah. And she's like, okay, so when you turn to me, like she's like, I gotta think of something to say to Charlie. It's like, what?
yeah.
Like no, what do you mean something to say to Charlie? Like you're dying. You're gonna die. Like
you need
just,
to
like,
maybe
you're being way too chill with just being like my parents will be fine.
Her dad, like, God bless her dad, because, and then she came back, she's like, I just saw the wolves. He's like, really? Like, all right, like, we'll go look for them.
Yeah,
it's like the biggest nightmare that could possibly happen. Like your daughter falls in love with a vampire.
yeah.
And then a werewolf.
and then is also best friends with the werewolf.
Yep.
How do you control
that? A
that?
lot of supernatural
Then you
out
start
there
thinking
in
that
Fork.
Right, like there's maybe something wrong with your daughter.
Also, yeah, I did find it interesting that, so she's just impervious to any vampire powers.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until that happened in the Volturi.
Yep. Well, we all find we don't know that
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
You know, nobody knows that until that happens.
Which I'm not completely, like, if they bite her, does that, so then, like, would she not turn into a vampire? I know that she will, but.
No, it's just more like, you know, what, as a human with that happening, when she becomes a vampire, like how will that translate?
Yeah.
As, you know, because kind of certain vampires obviously have these skills or, you know, seeing the future, reading minds, doing the whole pain thing, like, you know. So it's like, damn, if she's a block as a human, how's she going to be as a vampire?
Yeah. I actually thought
That's why that Michael Sheen's so fascinated by her.
I thought the werewolves, like, surprisingly, like, because I thought the graphics are so corny and everything, but like I thought they look pretty.
No,
good.
it gets better for
Yeah.
sure. Like that's like it's not as.
I think this movie, the graphics just overall were better.
Yeah, it's just better.
I think they put more budget into this one because the first one was such a success.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wasn't like taken out of it by the vampires.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's rate them.
Okay.
Let's rate it.
I mean, New Moon gets like a 74, I think.
We're doing it
Or
out
are
of
we
10.
doing out of 10? 7.4.
Okay. Mine was going to be in the 7s too.
Yeah.
So now I'm confused.
What did I give the first one? Like a 6 something?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Honestly, it should have been lower.
I'm going to go 7.9.
I'll do 6.2.
What did you give the first
I
one?
give the first one like a 3.8.
Yeah, no, that's really where it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I like wish
This
I
one
gave,
was way
I kind
better.
of wish I gave Twilight like a 4.
Yeah.
8.
We can redo all our scores at the end because it really does. The first one does. After watching this one, I didn't have much to say about the first one, like critique wise.
Well,
I
we
now
did
have
do
a
that
lot
with
more.
Harry Potter, right? Like we gave
Yeah.
grades and then we kind of adjusted
Right.
as we watched them all.
Yeah. Now I'm
But
wishing I had more critique for the first one after watching the second one.
Yeah,
the first
right.
one sucks.
But
comparison to
this is in your mind the best one.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
So
I
it'll probably
don't-
only go down from here.
But I never rewatched the other ones.
Yeah, I
The only
rewatched
one-
New Moon a lot.
The only one I rewatched was New
That one
Moon,
scene.
like all the time. So I'll be interested to see what my score is for the next ones because I could end
kind
up
of
really
like
liking
forget
them.
everything that happens.
I know
now.
Eclipse is like when they're in the snow and she has to be kept warm by Jacob.
Right,
like, I think
right.
Ooh,
Yep.
sounds good.
Yeah. So I think Eclipse is good too, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
That's it.
That's it. From
Continue
Chicks and
watching.
Twilight.
Make sure you keep up.
Yep.